Hi guys, welcome back to FNF Labs Innovation. So now from the previous tutorial, I'll just recap the previous tutorial. We have been creating a project, understanding the folders, the layouts, the strings, colors, styles XMLs, the layout XML and their elements, and the analogy with the elements with that of the HTML. Now let's start with how to use these edit text inputs or the inputs from the user and uh, give a workflow to that. Now, as you see, this is a login page, the basic login page. We need to check the name and the password from the web server or your own input, and then give a success message, give a register successfully message, or give an alert message, whatever. So let's start. So as I was saying, when the project was created, you see the Java file is also created with the only method onCreate method. OnCreate is something where it's while creating an Java or XML file, when you load in your application, so this is the first, it's like a main method triggered. So onCreate is a very important method in the life cycle of an activity. So let's get let's pull out the values from the edit text. When the user inputs and click the submit button, so there's an on click event, there's an input, there are two inputs. Okay, but as I was saying in the previous tutorial, the password should be a hidden type. So how do you define a hidden type input text? Like it should be a type of password. So we say input type text password. That's all. It's done. Fair enough. So let's get the edit text input. So private edit text name comma password, and also we need to get the button ID. So we say button submit. So let's get the elements by the ID. If you are familiar with JavaScript, there is something called document.getElement by ID. The same feature is defined here with typecasting of the element. Let's see. Find view. And pass equal to typecasting with edit text find view by id r.id dot pass. So while creating, we will assign the elements, the edit text with that of the name defined in the Java file. Now the button, let's define the button, get the button also. So that's all. Let's understand the code. Name equal to edit text typecast find view by id r.id dot name. So when a layout is created, it is called a view class. The elements, the layout, the padding, the linear layouts, the constant layout or relative layouts are defined in the view class. So as you see here, it's a set content view. Means now you are pointing this particular Java file to the view of activity underscore login. This says whatever IDs declared in the activity underscore layout can be accessed through edit text find view by ID. View by ID. Each element is a view. Okay, and it is been identified by the ID provided while creating the layout. It's as simple as that. Okay. Now let's give an on-click event. So submit is a button. So we need to set on-click listener, and we'll define the new on-click listener class. As you see, there's overriding an on-click event with input as a view. So let's say uh, if name, we need to get the input from the edit text. So we say name dot get text dot to string is dot equals 1 2 3 4, and if pass dot get text dot to string dot equals 1 2 3. In if you're familiar with JavaScript, then you have an alert message in a JavaScript. So similarly, we have a toast. We say those alert messages can be defined in toast. Toast dot make text get application context means the current view in which we are. Then say success toast dot, you want a short duration or a long duration, we say short dot show. Fine. If name dot get text dot to string dot is empty, then toast dot make text get application context dot name cannot be empty. Else if pass dot get text dot to string dot is empty, then toast dot make text get application context dot password cannot be empty. That's all. This is a hard-coded validation. So let's see. Now let's run this code. So how do you run this code? That's the main thing. So either you'll use an Android emulator. Android emulator is a virtual emulator. It gives the view as if you're using a Android phone. So let's see. You see a play button here. Just click this. ADB means Android device build. So I have already created an Android virtual device. We see a graded build is running. As I said, graded build have all the properties defined for the entire project. So it will be checking each and every description or I think, yeah, it started. Android emulator has been started. So this is an Android emulator, as you see. We'll also see the grill pedal and the manifest.xml, which is very important for the project. So let us start. In the meanwhile, we'll just see the manifest.xml. This is a manifest.xml. You see an application define. This application define has all the list of activities or the fragments what you define in the entire project. So you see the label here. You can define an icon and you can give a name for your app. See, it says @string/app.xml. So let's go to the string my first app. You can change the app name as well. So let's go back. A theme is defined, a styles or app theme. We'll go to styles. This is the app theme. The color, the accent color. So you see the define. You can also create a new style for your app if you want. activity Android name login, intent filter. This is the main filter. See, it's a launcher event, launcher activity. The meaning of this is when your Android application is launched, it search for the intent launcher and starts only those activities. I hope you understand. As you see, the activity name is login. So the login activity is started first the moment you start the Android application. Oh, great. As you see, it just looks as if you have opened an Android application in your phone. It's an Nexus 5 device with an Nougat 7.1 Android OS. So let's say submit. It says name cannot be empty. That's cool. That's cool. Really cool. And now you give a name 1234 as you all know the validations, and let's click submit. It says password cannot be empty. Wow, it has passed the second validation. So let's give 1234 submit. So it says success. This is the basic validation that you have done. Now in the next tutorial, we'll be connecting to a web server using the Volley library, which is a very compact HTML client library. So let's check it out in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching the video. This is Pawan Kumar signing off. Thank you.